Hi everyone, my name is Mahmoud Sheikh and welcome back to Unix shell programming tutorial series. In today's video, we are going to discuss about writing a shell program to make the sum of all those numbers which gets divisible by 7, and those numbers should come within a range. That means when the program gets executed, you should ask the user to enter the starting point and end point, and within that starting and end you need to find out what are those numbers which gets divisible by 7, and you need to make the sum of those numbers. Okay, so this program we are going to discuss in today's video. So before coming to today's topic, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys like this video or if you got some useful and valuable information from this video, then click on like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Now let us start our discussion. So as you can see, I have already written down the output of this program, and with the help of this output, let us try to understand how many variables are required for us to write this program. So when this program gets executed, it will ask to enter the starting value. Then user will enter 100. Okay. Then again it asks user to enter the end value. Then user will enter 200. Okay, then your program needs to find all those numbers which comes within the range of 100 to 200 which gets divisible by 7, and you need to make the sum of only those values which gets divisible by 7, and you should get this sum. Okay, and these are those numbers which gets divisible by 7 and which comes under the range of 100 to 200. Okay, so now just by looking at this output, what do you think, how many variables are required? Since at the very beginning itself we are asking the user to enter the start value and the end value, so there has to be two variables in our program which will hold these two different values. So we will create one variable with a name start and another variable with a name end. Okay, now what should be our approach? Okay, so now you can see we are checking the number, each and every number from 100 to 200. Okay, starting from 100, then we will move on to 101, then 102, 103 till 200. We are checking whether each and every number starting from 100 to 200 is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, that means we are performing a specific task, and that task is checking whether a number from 100 to 200 is divisible by 7. Okay, so this task we are keep on doing again and again for each and every number from 100 to 200. That means we should use any of the looping construct, whether it can be a for loop or while loop. I will be going with for loop. So with this we come to know that we should use for loop to get this output. Okay, and we have the syntax of for loop. Okay, like initialization, condition, increment, decrement, and then statements gets executed inside the for loop. Okay, so here let us try to write the logic. Okay, so for has a first part which is initialization, which tells from which particular point you want to start your for loop. Okay, so we are trying to find out those numbers which gets divisible by 7 starting from 100. So 100 will be our starting point. So we should start our for loop with the 100. I value is equals to 100. And how long we need to run this for loop? Until we reach this value 200. So this will be our end. I is less than or equals to 200 I plus plus. Okay, next we need to check do if. We need to check, right, whether 100 gets divisible by 7. Okay, if 100 is what? 100 gets stored inside I, so I will use I mod 7 is equal to 0. Okay, for the very first time I am checking whether I, whose value is 100 mod 7, 100 divisible by 7, no. So I will come inside else. Okay, okay, I will not use else here. Okay, instead what I will do is, if the value stored inside variable I gets divisible by 7, then I will add that value. Sum is equals to dollar sum plus I. Okay, now 105 gets divisible by 7, so I will just come inside the if and add that sum. Initially we need to assign some value equals to 0. 0 plus 105, and we will get 105 stored inside this if, and we will just close this if. Then apart from making the sum, we are also printing these numbers, right? So we can do that inside this if, echo double quote dollar I. Okay, by doing this we are printing each and every of these numbers. Okay, so now here there will be done, and at the end we will be printing sum, echo dollar sum is equals to dollar sum. Okay, initially when I value was 100, we find that 100 doesn't get divisible by 7, so the I value gets incremented by 1. Then I value becomes 101, then 102, then 103, then 104, then 105. Then 105 gets divisible by 7, so we come inside this if to print the value of 105, and we add that value of 105 with the value of sum, 0 plus 105. Okay, now the sum stores the value 105. Next I gets incremented by 1 again, 106. 106 doesn't get divisible by 7. Like this, every time I value gets incremented by 1, and when I value becomes 112, then 112 gets divisible by 7 and condition gets true. We comes inside the if to print the value of 112. Okay, then 112, this is 112, 112 plus 105. Now 112, which is the value of I, gets added with the value of sum, which is 105, and we will get sum as 217, and 217 gets stored inside this variable sum. Next again I value gets incremented by 1, I becomes 113, 114, 115, then it will become 119. 119 gets divisible by 7. Like this, that 119 gets added with 217, and we will get the new value of sum. Like this, with each and every value of I, that is from 100 to 200, the check gets performed whether that value gets divisible by 7. If that value gets divisible by 7, we will be displaying that value, and we will be adding that value with the sum value, and at the end we will be getting 2107 as the output. Okay, so now I will just write down this in the form of a program. Hash exclamation usr bin bash, then I need to ask the user to enter these two values. Read space -p space double quote, enter start value space start, then read space -p space double quote, enter end value end. Next I will start I will initialize a value 0 to sum. Okay, next I will start for loop for space 2 brackets I is equals to 100, and 100 we have stored inside start, so we will use start semicolon. I is less than or equals to 200. 200 is our end value, and we have stored that end value inside this end variable, so we will use end semicolon I plus plus bracket closed, then do, and we need to check this condition. If $I mod 7 is equal to 0, then okay, we will print echo $I and we will make the sum. Sum is equals to dollar sum plus I. Okay, here if gets closed, then for gets closed, and at the end we will print the sum. Echo sum is equals to dollar sum. Okay, so this is how we can write a Unix shell program which will find what are those numbers which gets divisible by 7 within the range of 100 to 200, and we make the sum of those numbers using for loop. Okay, so that's everything about this program, guys. If you guys like this video, or if you got some useful and valuable information from this video, then click on like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.